All right, I want to show you three clips today of examples of what's making this Baltimore Ravens defense play at such a high level. All three are from middle linebacker Roquan Smith. Now, when we evaluate linebacker play, there's so many factors to it, but one of the most important ones is being able to make a play, being able to do more than what's in the playbook and just finish on the ball. So here's a couple examples of Roquan Smith setting the tone for his defense for this game by not only doing his job and getting everybody set up and being where he needs to be, but by doing the extra to make a play for his teammates and to set the tone with energy and effort and playmaking ability. Okay, so here's one. All three of these are from the first drive of this game. Okay, here's play one. Here they are. Chargers are in 12 personnel. We've got a little trips formation here with a condensed split, and you're going to see Baltimore roll this down into a cover three. Okay, so Roquan's going to be this this weak hook player to the right here. Okay, and what we're going to see is we're going to see the motion come across, move to a 2x2. Okay, here we go. All right, cover three, here it is. See the safety rolling to the post. We got this other safety rolled down here over the slot. Roquan's playing what's now the strong hook. Okay, he gets drop back pass here patiently with feet under control, sees the eyes of Herbert, moves into the throwing window. Okay, Herbert feels him here, comes off of it. So great, we've done our job. Beautiful. Okay, near hash, right? Gets him off of the spot, gets the quarterback onto his next read. Looks good. Okay, good job. Now let's let it continue to play. Check it down. Now here's where I think the good ones separate themselves from the average players. Okay, and in this case, the great ones. Let's look at him here all the way on this far hash. Okay, Herbert checks it down to the back outside the numbers on the opposite side of the field. Look at his effort to finish and make a play for his teammates here. Bam. Okay, it's more than just I did my job. Now they checked it down. Somebody else go make the play. Look at how much ground he covers. This got to be 30 yards of a dead sprint to go just get a little shot on the running back and set the tone early in this game. And that right there is what it takes to be a great linebacker at this level. Do your job, and then whatever it takes to finish on the ball. Bam. Okay, let's see it real quick from the back, just so you can kind of see his feet. And his eyes work hand in hand. Okay. Like I said, weak hook to the right, drop back pass, pop, 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 read the quarterback, take away the throwing lane right there. See that? He's right where Herbert wants to throw. He's right in his window. Keep my feet underneath me so I can get a good change of direction. That ball's out, and I'm out. Bam. Great play. Another example here of Roquan Smith setting the tone for this defense. Here you're going to see him right here in the middle of the formation. The Chargers come out in what we refer to as a teacup formation. Okay, this condensed 2x2 formation here with the back offset into the boundary. And the Ravens are in a quarters coverage here, cover four. So as it stands, Roquan's job here is to be the three receiver hook or match the final three underneath. He's got safety help over the top, so he can be real aggressive and low on number three. Okay, so here before the motion, he's looking to his left. If he gets drop back pass, he's opening to his left and looking for three coming to him. Chargers motion across. Now his eyes transfer to the right as he knows his new number three is going to be on his right side. Now here with this bunch set, he's thinking spot route, he's thinking mesh concepts, he's thinking something coming into me out of this bunch, okay? All right, so here we are on the 11-yard line, so he really doesn't need to push for much depth. Ball snapped, eyes go to three, Keenan Allen comes in on the spot route, we match it up. Now, I will say I think he's maybe a hair deep. I think he could be a little bit more aggressive on this spot route, just given that he has safety right behind him. See the safety right behind him right there? Okay, so I do think he could be a hair more aggressive on this, but overall, pretty darn good. Good feet under control, eyes on three, pop, pop. Okay, good. Take away the throw. Now, as I said before, this could be the end of the rep here, and it would be a good play, but it's not. Okay, let's watch what happens. Okay, Herbert sees it, pats the ball, puts his foot in the ground, takes off running. Now watch Roquan Smith once again give great effort to set the tone and do more than just his job on the blackboard, to set the tone for his defense and for his team for the day on the first drive of the game. Okay, watch him put his foot in the ground and go make a play. Man, great effort. Okay, let's see it from the back real quick. Here we go, teacup formation, back offset into the boundary, motion across, my eyes transfer to the new 3, drop back pass, pop, 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 maybe a hair lower, but overall pretty good, and go. Another example of him setting the tone with effort. Okay, one last example here of Roquan Smith on this first drive really setting the tone, okay? This one's an example in the run game, but let's take a look. All right, Chargers are in 12 personnel in a Detroit formation. That's what we call this tight end wing slot formation, if you will. We've got tight end wing up top and slot down here at the bottom. This offset back near, typically, this is basically a mini bunch. Is how we like to think about that. But in this example, we're going to take a look at the run game. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay. Chargers are basically going to run an ISO play. All right, they're going to motion this U tight end back behind, and they're going to ISO him up in the B gap here to the strong side. Okay. Now, I think they're playing man-to-man. That's what it looks like to me. And I think when this motion occurs, they bump it. So the corner ends up sort of the third man in this fit because of the way that they did the motion. But you'll see here from the back what a great job this is by Roquan of, once again, not just doing his job, but finishing on the ball. So he's gonna fit the run. He's gonna finish on the ball against this ISO play. Okay, much easier to see from the back. So let's take a look from the back end. Okay, here we go. So they're getting lined up, trying to get the front set correctly. Here comes the motion. And this is why I think it's man-to-man. Okay, see them all communicating, saying, hey, he's about to go in motion. Let's bump it. Let's bump it. Okay, they bump it over. So now I think this corner ultimately has the tight end. Okay, and I think Roquan and the other linebacker have the back and the wing. Okay, so that wing comes back. See how this is basically just an ISO. They're going to double the nose. They're going to kick out on 97. Now 97 needs to stay in the C gap here. It kind of gets a little nosy in the B gap. Ultimately finishes in the right spot and makes a good play. But we need him in the B. We need him in the C gap. Okay, so we can have Roquan downhill, spill. Okay, downhill, spill, and finish on the ball is what we need from him. 14 is kind of your extra man here to make everybody right. Okay, but what I really want to show you is watch Roquan's technique here. Watch his hands and his feet. Bah, keep this guy away from him. You get separation. Don't just do your job. Doesn't lead with the shoulder. He doesn't go in there and bury himself in his gap. Okay, he goes in there with vision, with physicality, hands and feet, shed the block, and then finish on the ball. Now, this isn't a tackle on the stat sheet. Okay, but this is the kind of thing that adds up over the course of the game. Just finding ways to get your nose around the football. Okay, you just never know. And then once again, this is what the great ones do. Okay, so let's take a look one more time. Let's watch it in real time. Let's watch his feet and his hands. Downhill, strike, finish on the ball. Another good rep. So these are just a few examples of the way that he's been playing and the way that he's been setting the tone for this defense, which I think is really what's leading the charge with them, playing such a high level on defense.